Alright, hello everybody. Let's make sure this is properly aligned. Yep, it is properly aligned. Okay. So, good evening everyone. So, let's seal that up so I can start the video properly. Turn those around. Okay. Good evening everyone. My name is Joshua and I'm here to do a shoe repair video on a pair of Nike Slide Sandals. Alrighty. So, as you can see, the straps have come loose. This is an issue that we have seen quite a few times. Now the biggest issue I can see on these, you see how it's kind of powderizing almost a little bit? The way that it's split off. This is nice and even. This is not. Okay? That is a problem. This should hold just fine. I can't just pick stuff off of it, so it should hold just fine. But this could be a symptom of a larger problem with the shoes. Okay? And this is going to be a little challenging because if I don't get it back in exactly the right spot, the customer is going to feel it quite badly underneath their foot, or next to their foot, I suppose. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to do this side first, so I have something nice and solid to work off of when I do the side that completely detached. What's up? I'm busy. What? You got fed? It's my cat. He's been making me mad recently, so he's not getting as much love as usual. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, now I'm doing this upside down, essentially. Okay, so I apologize for if this doesn't look as good as a lot of my other videos do, but this is my new little, I'm going to put quotes around, movie studio in my house. So you can see it's just a speckled white plastic table. Basically, I just needed to make sure I had really good lighting and I had a white background, and this is what I came up with. So, yeah. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do, nope, let's not spill it everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shoe fix glue. I'm going to put a little dab in here, well, a little bit more than a little dab, and then do a little bit more than a little dab back here as well. We're going to hold that in place until it is dry-ish. It doesn't have to be there until it is totally dry, as long as it's not separating when we remove our fingers from the shoe. Okay? So, let's get this started. Glue in there. Gentle squeeze will get you a nice little drop of glue. Hope you can see that. I have no idea because I can't see the screen of my phone. Now we also have a paper towel with us because this stuff dries hard. It dries flexible, but it does dry hard. So we're going to want to remove the excess from the inside especially so that you can't feel it when you put it on. I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm pushing it together. I'm trying to make sure it's as even as possible. Okay, now we're just going to hold that for a few seconds. And there we go. It's already dry enough that I don't have to worry about it. All right, looks good to me. And you got it coming out just a little bit down on the bottom there. We didn't put a lot of glue in there, so it's not able to full on drip. But we're just going to leave that alone and let it dry for a minute or two. Okay? Next we're going to do down here. Excuse me. And we are going to go for the full wear area. Okay. I guess the nice thing about how this tore is that I can actually see exactly where it's got to go. So we're going to put a nice bead of glue right in there. Again, careful not to use too much or it will drip. Now I'm doing this on a plastic table I don't really care about. Okay? So if you're doing this in your house and you don't have a surface you don't really care about that you can use, now I'm using my full finger to press this into place. Okay? And you can see it, I think you can see it. You can see it squishing out just a little bit at the bottom there. I am not worried about that just yet. We're going to let that just stay where it is. But what I am worried about is in here. Okay? Now, most people don't really like getting this glue on their fingers too much. I don't care too much personally. This happens all the time to me. It doesn't bother me. You can actually have some from work earlier. If I can see it. Nope, it all came off with when I was washing my hands. Okay. So, the inside as you can see, is good. We missed a little bit on an edge right over here, which we will get in a moment. But for now, we are going to push this back into place and wipe away the excess that's underneath it. There we go, just like that. Okay. And that solved the problem with the edge. I'm going to hold that for just a couple more seconds so that it can adhere. And that should be good to go. So these sandals are super popular with the young and with the old, which is interesting to me. So either they're in their early 20s when they get them, or they're in their late 60s, early 70s. Not necessarily old, but well past. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, that side was that easy. That is solid. It is not gonna come loose. And that's why I love this glue so much. It is just so strong, so fast. All right, for this side, so what I'm gonna do for this side is I'm going to glue the front first, because it's gotta be lined up properly or it's just not gonna stay. And it's gonna be uncomfortable when the customer puts it on. Let's see if I can move my light just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I got the wear line right there where it started to tear. I'm gonna put a little glue right there. Plenty for it to hold. Okay, and then very carefully put it back into place. That's where the front goes. Just like that. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna hold that for a few seconds. I stuck myself to the shoe a little bit. You can see a little bit of the glue on me. Again, I don't really care personally, so I deal with this stuff all the time. Getting it on yourself isn't really a big deal. At some point I'm going to do a video of gluing my fingers together and showing you how to gently and as least painfully as possible taking them apart should you really mess up. Okay, and we're going to check the inside and wipe away the extra that's there so you can't feel it on the foot. And as you can see, this has already fully cured on there. It is that fast. I love this glue. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do the rest of it. Go. Edges are important. Okay, I'm going to carefully. There we go. You can see I put way too much at the end there, so I'm going to wipe that away with my paper towel. Generally, you want to go down and away from the upper so that you don't get it all over the upper of the shoe. There we go. I'm going to press and hold. Fan the fingers out to cover as much space as possible, but especially pay attention to the extreme back and front edges, because if those don't hold, then it's just not going to hold. It'll just get pulled off again. Now I'm going to wipe away the excess since I'm fairly confident that it's not going to move. Okay, and check the inside. I can see some of it on the inside. I'm just going to wipe that away as well. Bam, just like that. Check with my finger. That's good to go. So one of those sides was completely detached. It is all set to go now. Okay, I would let it dry for another few minutes before I put it on my foot personally, because I don't like having the. I will admit I don't like having this glue on my foot. It's a really weird feeling on your toes. So, yeah, wait a couple seconds if it's on the inside of the shoe before you do anything else. This is the mate. It is nowhere near as bad, but I am going to put glue on all of the corners, because as you can see, oh wow, that was bad. All the corners are coming loose. So, drop a glue in there, press into place, wipe away excess, press and hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Now with this, your drying time is going to vary by how much glue you use, the kind of material the shoe is made out of. And that's pretty much it, actually. Basically just the amount of glue that you use and the kind of material that the shoe is made out of. A decent polyurethane or EVA foam, like what this is made out of, similar to what a sneaker is made out of, it will dry fairly quickly. If you're bonding rubber or leather together, it is going to dry much more slowly. Vinyl dries very quickly because vinyl is very porous. Rubber and leather, there we go. Rubber and leather are ridiculously porous, so they absorb a lot of glue, so they can take a bit longer because you have to use a lot more glue in order for it to stay together. Here we go. Ba-boom. Bam! Oh, right, I gotta check the inside of the other side. Okay, wiping away excess. Annoying myself. Oh, excuse me. Had smoked chicken for dinner. So good. So yeah, I'm not really minding burping right now because it's really tasty burps. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna check the inside. Yeah, this is what I wanted to check the inside. It's leaking under the inside right there. Okay. Go. Double check over there. Okay. Upside down. Difficult upside down. And that's good. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. Other sides. Front and back. Well, side, I guess. Single. There we go. Now, as you can see, I'm not using much glue. I'd be willing to bet I could do a dozen pair, a half a dozen pair or so, like 12 or 14 shoes with a single bottle doing this kind of stuff. Okay, this small stuff, like what I'm doing on this sandal, rather than the full strap on the other one, yeah, that stuff, and we're probably talking, this small stuff, we're probably talking 16 to 18 shoes, no problem. What's that? Oh, it's a tear. Okay, that's the tear in the material underneath the stuff. Okay, so that's gotta go. So I gotta put some on the inside here because that tear in the material is not going in the foam, is not going back together. So that's gotta go just like that. I'm gonna wipe away the excess with my finger because I don't care. There we go. Yeah, I'm a manly man. I can get super glue on my fingers and I don't care. That's going to require a little extra time. So, I'm going to hold that for a moment. I'm probably going to fast forward through this part. Ooh, water bottle. Thirsty. Tasty. Ooh. Yeah, tasty, never mind. Okay. Alrighty, we're just going to leave that. It'll be fine as long as we leave it alone. And final spot. Nope, got a little glue on my finger and then stuck it to the shoe. Try not to do that. I have things to take that off of there. Well, that's not entirely true. I have thing to take that off of there, which is a wire brush, and that's it. Which is at work. Oh, so, I love my house. I really do. The place is awesome. But there is very poor circulation in the room that I'm in right now. So I am starting to sweat because I've got the ceiling fan off because it makes a lot of extra noise. Okay. On the inside, wipe it away. Alrighty, that's the pair. Nike slide sandals, Nike memory foam slide sandals. That's it, that's all it takes. Very little glue used, very quick and easy. Anybody can do it. Just make sure you have your paper towel on hand. Alright, thanks for watching. And any questions, comments, concerns, jokes, riddles, funny stories, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If there's any particular kind of shoe that you would like us to see me repair, or if you have, or anything like that, feel free to leave that and I'll see what I can do about getting a hold of some. So thank you, and you guys have a wonderful day.